Hi there and welcome to this 124th live tech Q&A session where I'll be answering some of your tech related questions and hopefully I'll be able to answer them. And let me just set this up. Give me a second, guys. And to post your questions, you have to post it via Twitter and use the hashtag that is known as askgeekyranjit. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to the same, and also follow me on Twitter at the rate Geekyranjit. And I can already see quite a few of the questions, actually a lot of questions. So let me just quickly look at them and we'll have a look. Let me just check the audio to make sure everything is working fine, guys, for a second. So let's start this session. And the first question that I got was from Ayan Chowdhury about almost 2 hours ago. And he is asking us which is more precise, Moto Voice that's on Motorola devices, Siri that's obviously iPhone, or Google Voice. Ayan Chowdhury, I would say Motorola, the Moto Voice actually uses Google's engine itself. So for answering, it's going to use Google now itself. What I have found is that between so it'll be between the Siri and the Moto Voice. What I feel is that the Moto Voice is hyperactive and sometimes accidentally it wakes up quite a bit more compared to Siri. But on the other hand, many times with Siri, I had to actually wake it. I have to say the hot phrase, "Hey Siri," twice. But that was not the case with the Moto Voice. So the Moto Voice is a little bit more sensitive. But again, the Moto Voice, even when I didn't say, for example, my hot phrase was "Hey Moto," it used to wake up quite a bit even when I was watching TV. So in terms of responsiveness, the Moto was more responsive. But I feel Siri was a lot more accurate. It didn't wake up accidentally. And both of them actually work pretty well. But I feel Google now does answer a lot compared to Siri, particularly if factual questions. Let's move to the next one. And this is from Emil Dex, and he's asking, other than the Nexus 5X at 25,000 bucks, he says, for its good camera, what are the other mobiles that you would prefer for good camera at that price? Emil Dex, as of now, again, I would say the Nexus 5X is a good bet for the camera. We know that the Xiaomi Mi 5 is going to launch very soon. We have actually the press event on 31st in Delhi. I'll be attending that. And I feel at least the basic variant of the Mi 5 that comes with 32 gigabytes of storage should be priced under rupees 25,000. And Xiaomi was talking a lot about its camera. So again, if you can wait for some time, I would suggest wait because the Mi 5 is coming and I'll definitely try to test out its camera performance. Next is, this is by Yash Tiwari. He's asking, should I buy the Samsung Galaxy S5 at 20,000 rupees? No. There's no point buying the Galaxy S5 at 20,000 rupees as of now. If you have a budget of 20,000 rupees, get the Lenovo Vibe X3. That's a very good device. Again, you can wait for some time and we'll know very soon on 31st March, the pricing of the Mi 5 and its availability. Let's move to the next. And this is by Sheikh Shanwas. He's asking, when will the 32 gigabyte variant of Redmi Note 3 be available? Again, I've got similar questions from quite a few of you. And to be frank, I have no idea. In fact, I pinged Xiaomi once, but I did not get any reply. Again, I'll be attending the Mi 5 launch event on 31st. If I'm able to catch somebody from Xiaomi there, I'll definitely try to ask them this question. But as of now, I have no idea when the 32 gigabyte variant of Redmi Note 3 would be available. Let's move to the next one. This is by Tamil Selvan. He's asking why the Snapdragon 808 is better than the Snapdragon 650 SoC. Both are almost equal in the benchmarks. Yes, the Snapdragon 808 is a slightly more powerful chipset compared to the 650. Raw benchmark numbers is not the definitive figure. In fact, the Snapdragon 808 has a better GPU compared to the Snapdragon 650 SoC. Hence, in some of the games, for example, the Vibe X3, which has the Snapdragon 808, did a lot better in gaming compared to the Redmi Note 3, which had the Snapdragon 650 SoC, because the GPU is more powerful on the Snapdragon 808. That's how it is. Let's move to the next one. This is by Review5. He's asking, do you think the OnePlus One is still a best mobile out there compared to the latest devices in 2016? No. OnePlus One was a great device, I would say, but now we are getting a lot of better devices. And I would say the build quality, I feel the OnePlus One still is terrific. But now I feel the Redmi Note 3, the 32GB variant feels better because it has better battery life. It has the fingerprint sensor, IR blaster. So I would give the vote to the Redmi Note 3. Also, the OnePlus One, as it's having the Snapdragon 801, tends to heat up quite a bit more than the Snapdragon 650 SoC. So it was a great phone, but now it's not among the best. And rumors are rife that the OnePlus 3 is going to launch by April 7th, I think so. Let's move to the next question. This is by Shashank Boom. He's asking, please suggest me the best smartphone in the budget of rupees 20,000. As of now, it's the Lenovo Vibe X3, but again, the Mi 5 is also going to launch very soon. We don't know the pricing, so I would suggest just wait for 2-3 days. On 31st March, we'll know the availability and the pricing of the Mi 5. And I personally feel that the base variant that comes with 32GB variant will be priced below 25,000. Let's move to the next one. This is by Aman Pal. He's asking, Samsung Galaxy On 5 4G performance, is it same as the Samsung Galaxy J5 or poor? It's almost the same as the J5, but I feel the Samsung Galaxy J5 is a far better device compared to the Galaxy On 5. The On series are lower compared to the Galaxy J series, and the screen quality etc. is way better on the Galaxy J series. So I would offer the Galaxy J5 over the On 5. Let's move to the next one. And again, guys, how is the video and the audio quality? I'm trying to tweak some stuff. So do let me know in the comments how do you feel about the audio and the video quality. Let's move to the next one. And again, regarding posting the questions, you have to post it via Twitter and use the hashtag that is askgeekyranjit. So let's move. This is by Joe Job. He's asking us, rumors say that the OnePlus 3 would be launched soon. So what are you expecting from OnePlus, and do you think what will be the specs? According to the rumors, it will again have the Snapdragon 820 chipset that the Mi 5 is going to have. Yes, rumors are pointing to the date of April 7th. There is an event by OnePlus in China on April 7th, and many people say that it is the launch of the OnePlus 3. Guys, let's get the fact that OnePlus 2 was technically a failure. Let's move to the next one. This I've already taken. This is by Pratyush. He's asking, which phone should I go for, the K3 Note or the Asus Zenfone 2 Laser? Performance and good gaming is my priority. Pratyush, I would never recommend the Lenovo K3 Note for gaming. And gaming, actually, it sucks. And even the Zenfone 2 Laser is a fine phone, but I would suggest if you can up your budget a little bit, for 10,000 you get the Redmi Note 3. I feel it's a far better phone in terms of gaming, even camera and the battery performance compared to the K3 Note and even the Zenfone 2 Laser. Let's move to the next question. This is by Harish Sonar. He's asking, can I pay a $5 extra licensing fee to Qualcomm to get the quick charging support on the Redmi Note 3? No, that is not possible. Only the OEMs have to do it, and they have to release a special firmware patch to enable that. So it can't be done like that. The OEMs have to do that. It's not that simple, guys. Anyways, let's move to the next questions. This is by Amit Kemani. He's asking, what would be your choice to buy a camera-based smartphone in the rupees 10,000 budget? Amit, let's get this one thing right away. It's a fact. You won't get great camera performance in budget-oriented phones. The biggest difference that is there as of now between a mid-range to a budget-range phone compared to a flagship is the camera performance. And sadly, even under 15,000, I don't see devices having great camera performance. I would suggest again the Redmi Note 3. Overall, I would say the camera performance is pretty decent. Yes, in low lighting it struggles, but again, the other counterparts that we have in that price range do even poorly compared to the Redmi Note 3 in terms of camera performance. Again, I have already posted my review for the Redmi Note 3 on my channel, so just watch that video. In that video, I did show a lot of camera samples, and the Redmi Note 3 does surprisingly good with its camera performance in decent lighting conditions. So again, my vote would be the Redmi Note 3. It offers very good overall value, I would say, for the price. This is by Sheikh Afsal. He's asking us, how is the camera performance of the Nexus 6P and the S7? Both the Nexus 6P and the S7 have good camera performance. Again, I did a versus video between the Nexus 6P and the Galaxy S7 on my YouTube channel just last week, if I remember. I don't remember exactly, but yes, I did it. So you should check out that. And there I compared the camera performance in artificial. Both of them actually do very good in camera performance. I would say S7 looks more pleasing to the eyes, but in terms of color accuracy in very low lighting, I felt that the Nexus 6P did slightly better. But again, if you want an overall better camera in general conditions and you just use the auto mode, then I feel that the Galaxy S7 does better in camera performance, because the camera app on the Nexus 6P is sort of very limiting in my opinion. So for a general user, I would say I would prefer the S7. But if you are sort of a user who can use the manual modes and stuff and install third-party camera apps, then you can get certainly very good results with even the Nexus 6P. Let's move to the next question. One second, guys. And this is by Preetham Gate. He's asking, please suggest me a smartphone between rupees 20 to 25,000. He says his priorities are gaming, camera, and fingerprint sensor. Wow, you said camera. Else the Vibe X3 does very good in gaming, and even the battery life is very good. Under 25,000, as I've told you, camera, the Nexus 5X has a very good camera. But again, just hold on. The Mi 5 is coming, and it's the Xiaomi's flagship, and Xiaomi's talked a lot about its camera. So let's see, and I feel the base variant, entry-level variant, will be priced under 25,000. So my suggestion is just wait. And yes, I will be going to Delhi on 31st. So I'll try to get my hands on the Mi 5. The one I imported from China, I still did not get it. Bad luck. Anyways, let's move to the next one. Some of you are asking about Redmi 3. When would it come to India? No idea. Let's move. This Rishabh is asking a heavy gaming phone under rupees 10,000. Again, Redmi Note 3. Just watch the video of the Redmi Note 3. Overall, I would say in the gaming performance, it did very well. Even the 2GB RAM variant. Actually, I'm using the 2GB RAM variant right now, as you can see, as my secondary phone. And that is also performing really well. So I really like the Redmi Note 3. It's very fast. Fingerprint scanner is blazingly fast, I would say. Sometimes I feel that the fingerprint scanner is better than the fingerprint scanner that we have on the S7 Edge. So my vote again, Redmi Note 3. Xiaomi did a very good job with the Redmi Note 3, I would say. Overall, for the price, you're getting a lot of smartphone. Let's move to the next one. This is by Mohit Pandey. He's asking, he says he's confused between three phones. He says the Moto X Style, the Nexus 5X, and the Mi 5. Mohit, again, I can't comment on the Mi 5, so just stay tuned to my channel. Only then I can comment. Between the Nexus 5X and the Moto X Style, personally, I will go with the Moto X Style over the Nexus 5X, because the build quality of the Moto X Style is far, far, far superior. It feels like a premium handset. Again, in terms of sound quality, also the Moto X Style goes ahead. But again, Nexus is a Nexus device. So if you're very picky about the fastest Android updates, the Nexus 5X, you'll get it. And also the Nexus 5X has that fingerprint scanner, which you don't have on the Moto X Style. So I would suggest just wait for the Mi 5 in my frank opinion. But again, the Mi 5 would be with the silly flash sale, so it would be difficult to get anyways. Let's move to the next one. This is by Shishandu. He's asking which one is better, the Moto G3 or the Lenovo K4. And one thing I like to know, Redmi Note 3, has it got Marshmallow? No, the Redmi Note 3 hasn't got the Marshmallow update, but between the Moto G3 and the Lenovo K4 Note, I would go with the, Redmi Note 3, end of the story. But between the Moto G3 and the Lenovo K4 Note, I would lean over to the Moto G3. The Lenovo K4 Note is having that old MediaTek chipset, which is sort of underpowered for the Lenovo K4 Note. So with heavy stuff like gaming and stuff, it does lack quite a bit. But again, if you only need the device for multimedia, then the Lenovo K4 Note, because it has those front firing speakers, it has very good multimedia experience, and it also has that VR option. So if you like VR, that is there on the K4 Note. But as a general device between the Moto G3 and the Lenovo K4 Note, I would prefer the Moto G 2GB RAM model. Let's move to the next question. OnePlus X camera versus Xiaomi Mi 4 camera. I just don't recall because I don't have the Mi 4, but OnePlus camera performance is also sort of average, nothing that spectacular in my opinion. Particularly it struggles a lot in artificial lighting and indoor lighting. Somebody is asking about CoolPad Note 3 Lite. I haven't tested the CoolPad Note 3 Lite, so simply can't comment about it. This is by Naveen Teggi. He's asking us Snapdragon 820 versus Exynos 8890, which is more powerful. Both the processors are really fast processor flagships. The Snapdragon is the flagship from Qualcomm. I don't have the S7 Qualcomm variant. I have the Exynos version of the S7 Edge. I will be getting the Mi 5, and that has the Snapdragon 820. But what I have noticed is that notification. Anyways, what I have noticed is that in terms of battery life, many people are commenting that the Exynos 8890 gets better battery life compared to the Snapdragon 820. So yeah, benchmarks is something that I don't, it's just a number for me. And in my day-to-day testing, I'm using this S7 Edge as my primary phone now for almost it'll be 2 weeks. And I did not notice any lag or anywhere where the processor was holding it back. So it's a good processor. Again, when I get the Mi 5, I'll also try to evaluate that. But because sadly, the Snapdragon 820 variant of the S7 is not sold in India. We just get the Exynos variant. Let's move to the next. Again, some of you are asking me about HTC 10. I don't want to comment about rumors and just benchmark scores. Let's move. Again, I've taken that. This is by Vasant Kumar. Is the iPhone 6 16GB better than the Moto Turbo? I feel yes, obviously it is better than the Moto Turbo because if you compare the camera, I feel the iPhone 6 camera would be way better than the Moto Turbo. And still, if you do a lot of gaming, most of the games run really great still on the iPhone 6. So yes, between the Moto Turbo and the iPhone 6, the iPhone 6 will win. But again, it's iOS versus Android. And again, 16GB of storage might be a limiting thing because out of that 16, realistically, you'll just get about 10 gigabytes of storage. So you have to evaluate, can you live with that 10 gigabytes of storage? Rohit is asking, LE1 is still a good buy over Redmi Note 3, can't buy because of flash sales. You should watch the LE1S versus the Redmi Note 3 video that I did. Technically speaking, I would say both of them are very good devices. This is the LE1S. It's still a very good device, I would say. In some of the aspects, I feel the LE1S goes ahead compared to the Redmi Note 3. But if I have to compare both of them and pick a winner, then the Redmi Note 3 is a better handset. But certainly, the LE1S is also a very good handset. And then one of my cousins who lives in Hyderabad did purchase the LE1S, and he is pretty happy with the LE1S. So let's move to the next one. And this is by Alesh. He's giving us some battery stats. He says, my standby time on the Redmi Note 3 is worst. Is my handset having a problem? Looks like that because the battery life on Redmi Note 3 is spectacular. And you're just getting a screen time of about 1 hour 41 minutes and standby time of just 22 hours. So yes, I feel there is some problem on the unit of the Redmi Note 3 that you have, because I have 2 units of the Redmi Note 3. One is a review unit and one that I purchased, and both of them get actually terrific battery life on and in fact, to give you an idea, I have to charge them only once in about 1.5 to 2 days, and I can easily get above 5.5 hours of screen on time, and I even touched about 8 hours of screen on time once. So definitely looks like the unit that you have has some issue. Get it replaced, in my frank opinion. And 1 second, guys, let me check the audio to make sure it's working perfectly. Okay, that's working great. Okay, let's move. Some of you are asking me about DSLRs under 30,000. I just don't review DSLRs. You have a Canon DSLR, I think so, the 1200D with the kit lens you can get under 30,000. And this is by Manav Sani. He's asking which phone is better by in terms of performance, camera, screen quality, and price. Moto X Play versus the OnePlus X. In screen quality, if you just look at the screen quality, definitely the OnePlus X, as it has that AMOLED screen, and OnePlus has put a very good quality AMOLED screen. So screen quality, I would give the vote to the OnePlus X. But in terms of camera, both are not spectacular, but if I have to pick one, I would give a slight edge to the Moto X Play's camera. And definitely in battery life, the Moto X Play goes way ahead. I would say instead of this, Manav, add a little bit more, get the Vibe X3. It does a lot better than both these devices. Or if you can wait for the Mi 5, and if you have the patience of those silly flash sales. Let's move. Naveen is asking about LG G5. I can't comment about the LG G5 because I have gaming performance on the Lenovo K5 Plus. Chandan, I haven't tested the gaming performance, but I'll definitely try to post the video in the next day or so. This is by Chandan again. He said, why all Lenovo cameras suck, but Moto, which belongs to Lenovo, has a better camera. Chandan, if you notice, only, even for Motorola, their cameras only improved from the last generation. Prior to that, the cameras even on the Moto devices were pathetic. Just take into account the Moto G2, its camera was pathetic, and even the Moto X2 camera was not that great. Only from the Moto X style and the Moto G3 they have improved the camera. So yes, as of now, Lenovo cameras suck. Let's keep our fingers crossed and let's hope the next generation they really improve the camera performance. Let's move now. Again, Aman is asking which phone is the best as of now in the price range of 18 to 20,000. A Vibe X3 comes to my mind at 20 prices. So I would suggest just wait. Mi 5 is coming, then OnePlus 3 is coming, so I would just suggest wait. Let's move. This is by Chandan. He's asking which is better in features, the CoolPad the Note 3 or the Redmi Note 3. Performance, I know it's Redmi Note 3. In terms of features also, the Redmi Note 3 has all the features like the fingerprint scanner, it has the IR blaster. So yes, the Redmi Note 3 also has all those features. And between the two, I did test the CoolPad Note 3, not the light CoolPad Note 3. You can check out my review. The CoolPad Note 3 was a little bit buggy device. The software experience was not that great in my opinion. So my pick again would be the Redmi Note. Right now it's still connected, though even though it's charging at 100%. But at night when I finish my work, I take out the charger. I hope that helps. Let's move. Let me give 1 second, guys. I have no idea, why you're getting this. I no longer have the P1. Ashik Mirza is asking when will I get the Mi 5? I have no idea. I'm also waiting. It's stuck somewhere. Even the courier status, it's not updating. Looks like it's stuck in customs. This is by Ayush Chain. He's asking, I'm planning to buy the Redmi Note 3 but concerned about its service. How is the Xiaomi service and support nowadays? Ayush, the thing is that Xiaomi has their own dedicated service centers in major cities. I don't recall the count, but if you live in a major city, then they will have dedicated service centers. And I heard that their dedicated service centers are pretty decent. So if you live in a major city, I would say that should not be a problem. One of my cousins, just about 7-8 months ago, my sister-in-law, in fact, she's a doctor. She has the Redmi, Note 4G, and she dropped it and the screen cracked, and they could get it replaced with the Xiaomi service center that we have in Hyderabad within 3 days. So if you live in a big city, it should not be a problem. But I don't know if you live in very small towns, how is the service centers over there. This is by Amey Gupta. He's asking, what's the difference between a 2.5 gigahertz and a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi router? I have a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi router. Should I upgrade to the 5 gigahertz one? The 5 gigahertz one will give you a lot more throughput, I would say. And this will be ideal if you move a lot of files within your local Wi-Fi network. For example, I have a NAS and I keep moving a lot of big files, gigabytes and gigabytes of files over Wi-Fi. And in this situations, the 5 gigahertz really helps. So if you do stuff like that, then you can offer the 5 gigahertz band. But also make sure your devices actually support the 5 gigahertz band, because only the mid-range and the high-end devices support 5 gigahertz band. The basic devices, entry level and even mid-range devices just support the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi band. Even on laptops, I've seen that. Only the high-end devices support the Wi-Fi AC 5 gigahertz band. Let's move. And this is by Aryan Singh. He's asking, should I go with the Nexus 6P or the Mi Fi? Again, when the Mi Fi launches, only then I can answer that question. So just stay tuned. And guys, we have been doing this live Q&A sessions now for almost 2.5 years. And I feel now is the right time to get sponsors for this live Q&A. So if you're a big multinational brand or a brand on a national level and you guys want to reach out to the most influential tech audience in India, now you can advertise on this live Q&A sessions, and you can email me on sponsors@geekyranjit.com. And only serious inquiries, guys, and you have to email from your official domain. That is no emails from Gmail, etc. I won't be accepting those. So only serious inquiries. So let's continue. Again, quite a few of you are asking me about the 32 gigabyte variant of the Redmi Note 3. I have no ideas, guys. Hit up Xiaomi India and see if they answer. I did not get an answer. Rishabh is asking, don't you feel that the Vibe K5 Plus is a bad phone? I'm still testing the Vibe K5 Plus. I would say it's an okay phone. We got 2 updates and now it's working fine, but I have to do the gaming test on it. So let's see. I feel, yes, Lenovo should have priced it a little bit lower. It's available for 8,500. But if the Redmi 3, not the Note, comes out in India, then it will be a serious competition to this device. But as of now, it's working fine. I will be testing the gaming performance because I don't know why Lenovo chose to put a 1080p screen on this one. Yes, it's nice to have a 1080p screen, but that puts a lot of load on the device. So I will be testing the gaming performance to see how well it performs in gaming. I'll try to post it in the next day or so. And just give me a second, guys. Let me have some water. Okay, let's continue. And I have to refresh the question, so this is going to take some time. And guys, some of you say that I don't take your questions. I just take the questions live over here and they scroll. As you can see, we get hundreds and hundreds of questions. So it's simply not possible to take up all the questions in the limited 30 to 35 minutes that we get. Anyway, let me just quickly scroll. As you can see, hundreds of questions. I just don't like to hide stuff. But as you can see, hundreds and hundreds of questions we get on this live tech Q&A. And simply, it's not possible for me to take up each and every question. Let's move. If I can see the questions. Okay. This is by Aman. Patrick. He is asking, what are some of the best phones you are looking forward to, which will be launched before this year under rupees 25,000? As of now, it's the Mi 5. I feel the basic variant, 32 gigabyte variant, will be priced under 25,000. And yes, obviously there will be a lot of other phones also. The OnePlus 3 is also going to come out, and definitely if the Xiaomi prices their Mi 5 very aggressively in India, even the OnePlus 3 has to be priced under 25,000. So exciting times for consumers, I would say. I have no idea about Xperia X, Rohit is asking. Regarding LG G5, some of you are asking when will it launch in India. I didn't get an official statement as of now from LG India. When I get it, I will tweet about it. So just whenever I get the info, I'll tweet about it. This is by Dost Aurora, interesting name. He's asking best phone under rupees 13,000, mainly for games, internet. Moto G Turbo, he's asking Redmi Note 3, Zenfone 2, Lenovo K4 Note. Among those, again, I would say that the Redmi Note 3 would be the best option. Let's move. Harish is asking how to see the battery standby time on stock Android Marshmallow. Just go to the battery settings and there you have it. It's just like the normal way that you see on Android Lollipop. Vidit is asking S7 or the S7 Edge review coming soon. Probably about 2 odd weeks. I will be posting some other videos on the S7 Edge later on. Let's move. Pratyush Sharma is asking how to get the stock Android feel on the S7 and the S7 Edge. Just install the Google Now launcher and that will be very familiar. It works great with Google Now launcher. The good thing is that now I've been using this S7 Edge as my primary phone, and this new TouchWiz, I did not notice any lag now. It's been over 2 weeks and it's not that bloaty. And Samsung has been very conservative this time. They're not preloading a lot of apps. Even the Samsung, music app, which is actually pretty good, was not preloaded. I had to actually download it. So the TouchWiz is not as bloaty as it used to be, but you can definitely install Google Now launcher. Let's move. This is by Altesh Hussain. He's asking, is the Galaxy A8 a great option? If not, what else can I go for the 20 to 25,000 budget? Just wait for the Mi 5. I would say yes. Galaxy A8 I would not recommend because they were stressing. The phone is nice, I would say, but Samsung was stressing it as a camera phone. But as it lacks OIS, it really struggles in artificial lighting and indoor lighting. Many of the shots that I took were shaky. In that aspect, I would say the Galaxy A5 2016 edition, as it has the OIS, does better in camera performance compared to the Galaxy A8. But again, under 25,000, Nexus 5X, the Mi 5 is coming. So just hold on for a week. The OnePlus 3 is going to launch. Rumors, again, OnePlus 3 is not officially, they haven't announced. Rumors point to that OnePlus 3 might also be launching on April 7th in China. Mi 5 is coming to India. So just hold on. Ankit is asking, are you going to review the iPhone SE? Because the price will definitely go down after 3 months as they did with the iPhone 6 and the 6S. As of now, I don't know if I'll be reviewing the iPhone SE. Because at that 40,000 price point, I feel it's over expensive. But as of now, I haven't decided. There are a lot of other important handsets that are coming in the market. So if I get the time and the price comes down, I might review it. But as of now, not sure. Let's move. Pranav is asking, how is the Note 5 faring? I have sold my Note 5 about 3-4 months ago. I moved to the Nexus 6P as my primary phone. As of now, my primary driver is this S7 Edge. For the past 2 weeks, I've been using this as my primary phone. Earlier to that, I was using the Nexus 6P. Let's move. This is by Shaira. He's asking, why don't we get the features of unlocking apps with the fingerprint of the Redmi Note 3? I posted this question to someone in Xiaomi and they got back. That feature is going to come with a software update. That's what they say. So let's see in the next software update if we get that feature. This is by Parth Shah. He's asking, Redmi Note 3 is better than the Mi 4i? Yes. The Redmi Note 3 is a better device than the Mi 4i. The Mi 4i actually is sluggish and it's having that Snapdragon 615, and definitely the Redmi Note 3 has much more powerful internals. So definitely the Redmi Note 3 would get my vote over the Mi 4i. Bharat is asking, every major brand has fingerprint sensor, why not Moto device? I think so you should ask this question to Motorola. It's high time they have fingerprint sensor on their flagship devices now. This is by Gokul Prashant. He's asking, he says, I'm a rough and tough mobile handler. For long-term use with at least 2 years, which mobile would you suggest under 25,000? We don't have any rough phones under 25,000. So I would suggest go with any phone that you really like and get a, what do you say, very good case like outer box defender and something like that. That way it should survive for about 2 years. So yeah, the only phone that could actually take abuse was the Moto, what is that, X Force, but it's very expensive. This is by Tony. He's asking, is upgrading to the iPhone 6s from the 6 Plus worth upgrade? Have issues with the 6 Plus Ice. Tony, as of now, I would not recommend it because the iPhone 6s is now almost in its mid cycle. So just wait for the iPhone 7 when it launches in September and upgrade to that one, because we'll be having a new design. OnePlus 2, when will it get Android Marshmallow update? No idea. Ask OnePlus. Let's move. This is by Akshay Agarwal. He's asking, please suggest me good budget earphones in the budget of rupees 1000 to 1500. In that price point, I still like the Audio Technica CLR 100 that costs just rupees 600 to 650 rupees. I did a review. Fabulous. Still, I have it and love it. And at 1000 rupees, if you require that mic, the Xiaomi had their Mi earphones that were available for 1000 rupees. That was also a decent, but in terms of pure audio quality, I still prefer the Audio Technica CLR 100s. And guys, it's been over, what do you say, 30 minutes now, so I will be ending this live Q&A session. And again, remember guys that we do this live tech Q&A sessions every Tuesdays at 7 p.m. India time. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you again next week. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again next week. Thanks guys.